You have to hold down right mouse to an ADS.
Oh shit, I forgot this place uses R15. My character is fucking huge. I'm still waiting on a few others. Alright, just to clear the confusion in the room. No, this is not a raid. The raid is tomorrow at the same time. We're simply conducting a walkthrough of this facility today so that everyone knows what to expect when we show up tomorrow. Is everybody clear on that? Headbang, if you understand. Alright, cool. Everyone's headbanging. That's good. Alright, NCOs already know the plan. Those of you who aren't NCOs will be briefed tomorrow before the raid. Very, very simple. Just listen to what your NCO is telling you to do. Alright, we're just waiting for one more person. If it's marathon, we're gonna start. That's maximum. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over basic controls. So everyone press control. If you press control and you click the top one, you can manipulate what color you want yourself to be. For tomorrow, we're going to use this to designate squads, so everyone go ahead and just pick a random color. So for me, I put red. Somebody pick like green or something, or yellow. You click the people at the top. You should be able to change your color. Or does that change the color of the notification thing?
Yeah, I don't think it works. We tested it last time.
Oh shit. Oh, it's the callout? Okay. Alright, so that's for the callout key. So everyone press K. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so... Yeah, so... Alright, stop pressing K. So, we could probably annoy the enemy to death tomorrow if we wanted to. So, yeah, for that, that's going to be used for callouts. Fuck, let me change the color to red, see what happens. Nothing fucking happens. Alright, cool. Alright, so, for tomorrow, if you press K and point it at something, it's going to be used to designate enemy positions. So do not put it on top of yourself, put it on someone else, or an enemy tank, or enemy aircraft, if you see it, or whatever the case may be. If it's an enemy, put one of those on top of their head, and just keep spamming it on them until they're dead. I don't know who labeled me as an enemy, but thank you. Alright, so if you go down to control again, you click the middle cross, that is the... God, fucking hate all of you. You click self. That is the self first aid application. If you zoom in all the way, walk up to a buddy, press control. You can click them and you could administer first aid to them. So in order to administer first aid to yourself, you simply press control, press that, press self, and then you can throw in a tourniquet or gauze or whatever the case may be. Don't scroll up or down while you press control either. You'll break your screen like me and have to rejoin, just like I'm doing right now. Give me 1 second. Like I was saying, to give aid to someone else, you have to zoom in all the way, press control over them, and then you can administer first aid that way. To do yourself, if you get shot, since fuck, I leave for 1 second and I'll fucking hell breaks loose. Jesus Christ. Alright, fuck. And don't ever press the bottom button in the control menu, that's surrender. We never surrender.
I did that.
Oh my fucking god. Where's Abby?
I can't get my hands
Like,
I can't get my hands down.
Hold on.
Alright.
How do you check out someone else's medical again? It's not really working.
You zoom in all the way, press control,
Oh, okay,
click
zoom in.
control on them,
Oh,
and then
okay,
press
there we go.
medical, and then click their name. You can also repel to people for some reason. Don't ever do that because you'll drag them around. So it's a bad idea. It's like those two idiots in the back. Alright. So let's go over weapons now. Everyone pull out your AK. You can no longer attach a suppressor to it, which is nice. Cool. We don't fucking have suppressors anymore. Thanks. If you press F, you'll chamber around or eject around if it jams, which I don't think it will. But if you look in the top right, you see 5 white bars. The last one is going to be highlighted. That means the rifle's on semi. If you press V, all 5 of those white bars will be turned white. That means it's on auto. If all 5 of those white bars turn, my bad. If the last white bar turns red, that means you have a malfunction in your rifle. You need to press F to clear the jam to eject the casing that's stuck in the chamber. Below that, you have a magazine count. Magazines should be infinite, so don't worry about that. And also, if you get in the prone, your aim increases, your accuracy is better. If you get,
Hey, add something.
if you,
If you're scope down, like aim down sights, you zoom in further, and if you press Z, it's for like stabilizing.
yeah, if you press T, you can zoom in a little bit more. If you press Z, it stabilizes it. It's useful for when you're breathing heavy. So if you sprint in this game and you run for a while, it fucking it essentially just messes with you. Because if you sprint, you're tired and you're breathing heavy, so it messes with your aim. If everyone presses 3, they pull out their Titan. So you get, I think you have 2 rockets. Holy shit! Jesus Christ! All right, everyone put those away. Alright, so yeah, so everyone gets 2 rockets. They automatically lock on to aircraft from any position on the map. So if somebody fucking does the K thing again, all of you are about to knock out fucking hell jumps. So stop fucking around. Yeah, unhook the person from the rappel line. Or reset or something. Just fucking figure it out. Alright. If you notice, it's nightfall, so everyone press N, put on your NVGs. Everyone press November, put on your fucking NVGs, everyone. Alright. Notice your NVGs are on. Nice. Alright, everybody follow me. We're going on a little tour. Alright, so we're going to our first point. Yes, what is your question? No, we don't. Alright, continuing on. Our first point is going to be over here. It's right next to our spawn. It's about a 30-second sprint to get to the flag. Alright, so this is the first point, Point Charlie. You'll see this little, like, Soviet Union fucking statue right here. That's the flag. Flag is right here. Just running up to it. If you look up, you'll see the diamond immediately turns red. That means it's ours and belongs to us. So whoever is assigned to this point tomorrow, just remember to hide inside these houses here, because they do have little bird helicopters. And those things will tear you the fuck apart. So hide inside of the houses if you need to. Just make sure you don't get caught outside. Should be pretty much evenly distributed across the buildings throughout the town as much as possible. Yes.
On the top right of your screen, you could see the stamina icon. If it turns red, you lose all your stamina, in case no one has seen that yet. So keep an eye on your stamina.
Yeah, it's a little lightning bolt next to the picture of the person with the rifle. Alright. Everyone follow me. Also, anyone without a white dot on top of their head is an enemy, so feel free to shoot them if you see something moving without a white dot on top of it. Alright, this is Objective Bravo. Right behind Bravo, you have these two mountains here. So you have this one on the left, and you have that one over there on the right. When you get people over here on these mountains, you'll have at least one person here, one person on the adjacent mountain on the right for a rear crossfire that overlooks this entire sector. As you can see, you pretty much have a principal direction of fire on the entire point in this massive wide open area. It's pretty much just a massive airstrip. You have some barracks buildings, a small administrative building on the left, and you have a massive hangar on the right. This little air control tower is where the flag is at the rooftop, so you have to go in through the bottom, go up the stairs, all the way to the top, and squeeze your way out through the door, and climb up the ladder. Yes, you can shoot through the railings. You can also shoot through the glass, I'm pretty sure. So, also there's fall damage, so if you're gonna jump off the roof, don't. You're gonna fucking hurt yourself. A quicker way to do it is to jump from that to this little sub-rooftop here, and then jump off the bottom. Or you can rappel from the top if you're cool, or something like that. But you'll probably get stuck, like this person did. I think it's Win, yeah. Oh, nice. You can. Yes. Oh yeah, there's also a ladder over here on the right. It goes straight to the top. Can't fucking climb it for some reason. No. Oh, there you go. How do you do the rappel? You said J and O. So the SCP sounding noise is the call out button. So when you press K, it makes a call out. It lasts for 10 seconds and then it disappears. It's the little white triangle. Like I said, we're going to use that to designate enemy positions. So if you see an enemy, put a white triangle on top of them. Or, my bad, a white diamond on them. And then just light up that one's position with everything you got. Alright. Also, if everyone could gather around me over here by the grass next to the tower real quick. You'll notice that the grass here is super tall. So if you double tap C and you go in the prone, you'll hide in the grass. The camo that we have is actually really, really dark green, so it blends in with the grass as well. So if you're going to hide from aircraft and you're not inside of the building or you're waiting to ambush somebody, just go prone in the grass and they won't even see you. Alright, everybody follow me. So last point is Alpha. Yeah, so expect to just hide in those buildings and remember those two defilade positions on those two hills behind us. I also have an M240 machine gun game pass, so there are game passes for this place if you want to throw in your own money, but that's on you. I'm not telling you you have to. Yeah, do not run across this big ass fucking runway. But it's a prime position for them to set down their helicopters if they want somewhere to land their helicopters. But more than likely, they'd probably put it behind defilade somewhere over here in the corner of the map. Alright, Now we have the last point, which is Objective Alpha. Yeah, if you see them in the air, they're going to get torn apart by our AA rockets. They can also be hit by small arms fire. You can damage the passengers or the pilot. So just light them up with everything you got, basically, as soon as you see one go up. Because it's literally their only way off their aircraft carrier and onto the island is by helicopter or by landing craft. So if you light them up before they can even set down, then we'll pretty much win. We also have to defend this island for 30 minutes. So if we do not defend it for 30 minutes, well, if we do not defend at least 2 of the 3 flags for 30 minutes, then we lose. So if they capture 2 flags, then they win. If we hold at least 2 for 30 minutes, we win. So we just need to keep them from landing on the island for 30 minutes. If you've ever been to Sledgehammer, just think of it as a Sledgehammer PR. Alright, everyone come rally up over here, the edge of the town. Yes, you do, at the very top of your screen. It's really, really hard to see it though, with the MVGs on. So we do have the capability to call out bearings here. But the bearing compass is kind of like fucked up a little bit. Like the numbers change, so it's kind of like every direction, every cardinal direction has its own bearing compass.
If I
So
could
there's a
add,
difference between saying 15 and saying south 15, because then you know to look south and then look at 15 bearing south. But yeah,
if I could add, also like, if it's just you and somebody else on a point, and like there's other people talking, you could be like, "Hey, Wolven, there's a guy 30, or there's a guy northwest, or something like that," because other people's like, I guess cardinal directions may be different than yours, but that's just a little advice. It could help.
moving on. So what we're going to look at here is the interdiction line, which is essentially the area that we're going to be defending with anti-air to guard against the air insertions by the enemy. So if you run out far enough to the edge of the island, we're going to have SF stationed over here, along with one ZSU 23 TAC 4 and one T-90. That T-90 is going to be shelling the enemy landing craft boat before it can drop off the 2 Abrams tanks on the island. At a bare minimum, destroy the first one so the second one is blocked inside of it by its destroyed tank hulk. Yes, what is your question? I'm actually not sure. Yeah, alright, so it's anti-aircraft only. I thought it was anti-tank as well because it uses a seat tracking script, but it's meant for Blizzard helicopters only, I'm pretty sure, rather than a seat script. So the only way tanks can be destroyed is either by another tank or if you jump inside of it and shoot the driver, which is possible if you can sneak up on it. Alright, so if you look this direction, look directly southwest between bearings 210, my bad, and 0. You'll see the enemy aircraft carrier. So around here, SF, along with that ZSU and that T-90 are going to be posted up kind of nearby this beach. What they're going to do is just immediately just spawn killer helicopters as soon as they take off, try and shoot it down. If it breaks through, if a little bird breaks through, the defending force that is here, so probably SF will type tiny, so they will type tiny, tiny, tiny 3 times if a little bird breaks through. If a Black Hawk gets through, they will type big 3 times. That means a Black Hawk has broken through the lines and is going to land on the island somewhere. So what that means is that everyone on all the points needs to pull out their fucking Titan and look straight up in the air and look for that enemy helicopter. And everyone just needs to collectively work together to try and shoot that thing down, no matter where you're at. Yes, what is your question? No, so that's for us. It's us saying internally. It's if SF is coming through. Well, if SF cannot contain the helicopter that is broken through. Yeah. Oh, my bad. You're saying gravity shortened. Yeah, so they can say TTT or BBB. Yeah, actually, we'll do that. That's a good idea. Fuck. Alright, yeah, so just say TTT or BBB if the helicopter breaks through. Little Bird is going to be TTT. Blackhawk is going to be 3Bs if they get through. Alright, so yeah, instead of tiny, 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 it's just going to be 3Ts, and then instead of big, 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 it's just going to be 3Bs. Yeah, and helicopters might have flares, so if you don't hit it the first 2 tries, then the best thing to do is get like 3 dudes to pull out their launchers at the same time and just volley fire a rocket at the same time. There's also no backblast for these rockets marathon, so you have no chance of hurting friendlies when you do that. So you can pretty much just line up next to each other and volley fire them. Right. Does anybody have any questions so far about anything that I've just said, or any other functions in the map?
Do we only get one shot with the Titan?
You get 2, and then you have to reset to resupply rockets. Also, everyone reset really quick. Alright. So, when you're back at spawn, you need to touch this white crate right here. Oh shit, all of our fucking dots are gone. Alright, now we need to use identify friend or foe again. So, if you press K and go to the white box, this is where you get your medical supplies. So if you step off without medical supplies, you will not be able to heal anybody because you don't have any bandages in your inventory. So you need to go here and touch this box before you leave spawn every single time. Also, if the game starts chugging like it did last time, just reset and it'll fix your frame rate. It's mostly because the rifles are broken. Alright, so once the raid begins, we're going to have 5 minutes to set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave one T90 behind, and the other one is going to push up to the beach that I was showing you earlier. So everyone come over to my T90 over here on the left. Right, if you jump on top of it, we're going to be using it as a ferry. So we're going to be using it to drive troops around. So if you die, there's going to be a taxi T90 at spawn. It's going to carry you like Soviet infantry in the 60s to whatever point you need. So if you need to go to a certain point, you get on top of it. Just I wouldn't recommend it. It would probably fucking break the tank. So just type C if you're going to point C, B if you're going to B, and A if you need to go to A. Just whatever point you need to go to, just type it in game so the driver can see, and then he'll drive to that point, whatever point it is. You also might fall off, so just do your best to try and hold on. Actually, try rappelling onto it and see what happens. Everyone hook a rappel line to the tank when you get to it. We'll just see what happens for the fuck of it. Doesn't seem to be... Alright, yeah, it doesn't seem to be breaking it. Oh, never mind. Wait, that was the tree. Right, yeah, it doesn't seem to be breaking the tank, so fuck it. I guess we can do that. Never mind. God, that was a bad idea. Well, I mean, that wasn't the rappel's fault. It was the fact that the tank hit the rocks right here. These tanks are fucking trash. Right. Everyone just bail out. Cut your lines. Also, I recommend that you paint your skin completely black when you get here tomorrow. That way you're even more concealed in the darkness. So we're all gonna look like a bunch of fucking discount Vactovians when we get here, but it's gonna be worth it. But everybody is going to cami paint themselves, either dark green or dark black. It's up to you. Alright, we also have corpsmen assigned to our teams, so there are people who have conducted at least a basic or advanced TCCC It's tapping shoulders is for like breaching and shit like that without talking, or getting someone's attention if they're in a different VC. You need to talk to him. You can tap their shoulder. Alright, everyone rally up over here. Alright, so another thing to note is that enemy tracers are going to be red. Our tracers are going to be green. Yes, we do have tracers, so use them to help coordinate fires. Alright, I'm gonna practice something. Alright. As soon as you see this fucker pop up, everyone fucking turn and burn. Alright, if everyone zooms in on their rifle, and everyone snaps in on their optic. When you snap in on your optic, you can also do callouts while aiming with your rifle. So if you have someone in your sights and press K, you can actually see it's there.
So I think there are enemies in that building.
So as soon as you spot an enemy, in your sights, you're gonna paint it with K. So that way, if you don't kill him, then someone else can kill him. Yes, ceasefire, 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 ceasefire. Alright, so that way, if you don't manage to kill somebody, if you at least paint them with your rifle, somebody else will, if you're not able to kill them. Then it's naturally going to disappear after 10 seconds. So if they're not eradicated by 10 rifles going off at the same time, then you have bigger problems. But it should dissipate by the time that everyone has killed them. So the better that we consolidate our firepower by utilizing callouts, the better off we'll be. So as soon as you see somebody, call it out. If you keep shooting at it and it keeps moving, there's probably one of us. So just a note to follow, since the white dots seem to not reappear after you die, which is pretty disappointing, but whatever. Yes, what's your question? So it's, yeah, so the tanks do have third person. Somebody fucking, who was it? Who knows the control? I think it's like V or something. Yeah, so it's one headshot, and like one body shot can also kill you. So if Corman isn't there to treat you, I would just reset if you get hit, because otherwise you're just gonna bleed out for like 30 seconds and then die. And I'm pretty sure the base damage on these guns is like 95 or something like that. So
You might be able to survive a headshot, but it'll probably knock you out instead
yeah,
of kill you.
so that's why getting accurate and good medical treatment as quickly as possible is the best thing that you can do. You have to reset, sir. So if you start lagging really bad, just reset. It'll fix your frame issues. Alright, everyone reset and regroup at spawn. I'll try and see if I can figure out this third person tank thing. Yeah, so if you press G in the tank, you can zoom out to third person. If you zoom in, the tank doesn't really have that much optic power on it, so it's really only like field of vision plus like 0.1 or 1.0. So really the furthest distance that they can zoom in is not really that great. Alright. Also for the ZSU tomorrow, either myself or Galactic will be driving it, or someone else from Armor, and then we're gonna have people specifically in Armor who know how to use these modified Wolfenchant scripts are gonna be driving the tanks. So don't jump into a tank. The tanks are gonna be assigned to people, and one of which is going to be a taxi. And yes, do not fire the coax at each other. Can team kill. Do not fire the tank coax at each other. You can team kill. The ZSU cannot, the T90 can. Alright, everyone rally up over here. Alright, so is anybody confused about anything that I've just said?
How can you tell the difference between the tanks?
So their tanks are a lot smaller in profile. Ours are way bigger. They're also going to come off of a landing ship. It's going to come ashore. So hopefully you guys, plus the T90 that's going to be with you on the shore, are able to destroy them so they don't even land them in the first place. It's a really, really slow boat, and the tanks are going to probably have a hard time getting up the beach themselves. So I really don't anticipate that they'll try to employ their tanks after we destroy it, like, once. I think that's just going to discourage them from doing it at all, if we just destroy it once. So to reiterate, everyone's going to come here with camo paint tomorrow. You're either going to be dark green, or dark black, or dark brown. Just pick one, it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to utilize their MPGs that night, unless they have their gamma turned up or something like that. Try and limit friendly fire with the coax as much as possible. Only use coax on infantry targets if you are confirmed that they're infantry targets. Yeah, once it gets really dark, gamma doesn't really fucking help at all. As soon as you spawn, you're going to touch this medical crate. It is the first thing you will do. It's going to make a sound like athletic tape being wrapped around your body. It's going to sound like tape being ripped up. That's when you know you've gotten something out of the medical crate. As well, no one's going to wear an armor paint tomorrow because it shows up on your uniform. So you don't want a bunch of white letters sticking out on your chest tomorrow. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have one platoon at B, one platoon at A, and we're going to have like a really small fire team at C. SF is going to be near B on the beach with the T90 and that ZSU. They're going to be shooting down the helicopters using rockets. If a little bird gets through the line, it's going to be TTT for tiny, tiny, tiny. That means a little bird has gotten through. If a Black Hawk has gotten through their line, it's going to be BBB for big, big, big. BBB. What the fuck? I can't say it anymore. What the fuck? Oh, there you go. Yeah, so we're also going to be utilizing Zello tomorrow. It's going to be split up between the squads. So A is going to be in their own comm, B is going to be in their own comm, SF is going to be in their own comm. I need a representative from each to be inside of Zello. You can delegate that tomorrow. And our tanks and ZSU and Fire Team Charlie maybe will all be inside of another fucking chat. Alright. Maxton, if you want to roll into your training now, you can go ahead and do that. Marathon, do you have anything?
I'm going to have to go. Good luck.
I don't know. I know the M240 is worth it though.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alright, never mind. There you go. So today we're just gonna We're mainly gonna do this at Bravo, but we might move to Charlie if we learn what we have to do. Today we're just gonna clear out some buildings, learn how to clear out some buildings, and learn how to take cover inside buildings. So who can drive the tank here?
I'll do it.
Anybody?